Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, this wicked Wednesday night for the Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Models, round number 7. We travel to the Volusia Speedway Park. Good evening once again. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday evening. Again, the double header for tonight. The Pro Late Models up first. And in about 90 minutes time, we'll have a new stream up for the Super Late Models where they tackle the Lanier National Speedway. Again, round number 7 of 10 rounds. So we are nearing into the final. Well, after tonight, there'll be 3 rounds left right here. And, of course, all the action covered to you and brought to you live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are live across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So feel free to take your pick on where you want to watch tonight's coverage. Hello, Ronald. Hello, everybody else. Christian, you can check out Monsters of Dirt on the iRacing League directory. And there's also a group, Monsters of Dirt, on Facebook as well. So 53 Pro Late Models signed into the pit area for tonight as we get ready for qualifying. We'll have 10 heat races. We'll have 5 heat races on the program. I believe 2 of those cars have already called it a night already. Not sure whether they've got some issues with their hardware or whatnot, or whether they just feel like they're not fast enough or capable enough to run up front and maybe just don't want to waste their time. But nonetheless, it is 53 cars signed into the pit area, so roughly around 50 cars from making their way into qualifying. Of course, we'll have the qualifying top 20 up on your screen here in just a moment once we get into that qualifying session. As I said, we are 30 seconds away. Rocky, thank you for the shares. Everybody else that is liking and sharing the video, thank you very much. Don't forget, guys, like, shares, and follows here. Appreciate all the support right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, it's now time to get into that said qualifying session. The checkered flag has been thrown. You see the flag man waving that checkered flag, and now it is time to go qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, here live from the Volusia Speedway Park. First car onto the racetrack in car number 69. It's going to be Brent Carter. Brent Carter in car number 69. Each driver gets 3 laps in qualifying. There's a 5-minute timer. So if you don't qualify inside of those said, if you don't do a qualifying lap inside of those set 5-minute session, you will start at the back of your heat race. Jarrett Murphy straight to position number 1 with a 16.088. Dustin Merrill, car number 23. Getting his first look in here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Track got a reset, and now it will carry over throughout the night. Dustin Merrill, 23rd quick. Haney jumps to position number 1. We are watching the 45 of Austin Yarbrough. Austin, car number 45. First lap time will be... We break into the top 20. We'll find out next time by then. Jason McConnell in the 114 car. We'll go back to watching Austin Yarbrough in the number 45, excuse me. Jared Jones, 15.971 quick time. Yarbrough, 5th quick with a 16.001. John Etheridge in the Monsters of Dirt, number 421. Cody Holmes, thank you very much for those 200 stars. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support here from everyone behind the scenes as well. Thank you very much for those 200 stars. John Etheridge just got the green flag. Again, don't forget, after the Pro Late Model race, in about 90 minutes time, the Super Late Models will tackle the Lanier National Speedway. Waiting for a time to come through for John Etheridge right now. Christian, you can apply to their group on Facebook and apply to the league directory on the iRacing Directory 48 quick for John Etheridge. So that just tells me 51 cars have officially taken the time. John Alatich in car number 9 in the 1 car. 11th quick for John Alatich. So again, these Monsters of Dirt Pro late models, very, very popular, averaging 40 to 50 cars a night. Trace Bentley, 51st quick in the B5 car. 16.407. When it comes to your top 51 drivers that have taken a time, the gap is separated by 0.456. So we are less than half a tenth from the top 51 drivers, and well, that's pretty close. It's, you know, with these top 50 drivers, or even 51, I should say. Minute and a half left. A couple of cars still sitting on pit road. And as we can see, Mookie Haney, 15.951, quick time. Jared Jones, second quick. Third quick, Cody Howard, Shane James, and Gavin Collins round out your top 5. Austin Yarborough, CJ Phillips, Kyle Gondek, Calvin Herring, Austin Anderson, your top 10. John Adeltich, Justin Lawson, Brian Dean, Brent Carter, Robert Schaefer, your top 15. Dylan Thomas, David Cardwell, Adam O'Brien, Chris Kibb, and Craig Adamsack, your top 20. Throughout the list, Eric Kasky, Connor Wilson, Wesley Gwaltney, Huey Quillen, Darren Little, your top 25. Dustin Merrill, Jamie Reed, Austin McClone, Jarrett Murphy, and Jason McConnell in 30th. Michael Wilson, Joey Reeder, Joshua Hessen, Mitch Stiles, and Blake Murray, 35th quick. 36 on back, Anthony Codill, Scotty Watts, Daniel Stifler, Tristan Carmen, and Brandon Dolman, 40th. Alexander Balducci, Josh Blanchard, Bailey Hip, Dylan Petty, Daniel Cummings Jr., 45th, Brian Wax, Brooks Trammell, John Etheridge, Jesse Johnsrud, and Brandon Culp, 50th quick, and Trace Bentley, 51st quick, so 51 drivers. Dusty, this is, the Pro Late models are open setups. The Super Late models, however, they are fixed setup, and as I said, they will head to Lanier National Speedway after this one. So there is your qualifying session done and dusted. And it's going to be 6 heat races, in fact, on the program. So let's go trackside right now. Take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV. Starting grid for heat number 1 of 6. $51 cars, all spread out into 6 heat races. If you're not inside the top 3 after the 10 laps for each heat race, you will move to your D, C, or B main. So we're going to lock 18 cars in directly from heat racing competition. Mookie Haney, car number 13, will start position 1 alongside CJ Phillips out of position 2. Brian Dean in car 27 will start position 3. Chris Kibb in car 42 will start position 4. Darren Little, the 68, will start position 5. Michael Wilson, car number 19, will start position 6. Scotty Watson, the 44, out of position 7. Bailey Hip in the 46 will start position number 8. With Jesse Johnsrud, car number 75, lining up out of position number 9. There's a look there at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. We are high above the Volusia Speedway Park for heat number 1. Here with the Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Models, round number 7 of 10. So including tonight, 4 races left on the program after tonight. Well, then we can drop it back down to 3. There is the HRE Motorsports Team Friday iRacing iFlag of Mookie Haney, the man that went quick time this evening. He will have command of the field here once the pace truck has moved to the infield. We are set for green flag action off turn number 4. There it is. Green flag is out. We are underway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Phillips will stay in second spot. Third is going to be Brian Dean. They're 2 by 2 behind him right now as the 42 of Chris Kibb gets clear of the 68 of Darren Little, but there's a side-by-side battle right now for 6 and 7. So this is deep in the field, so this is more than likely going to be a spot for tonight between your C and D main. And again, this is not how you want to start off your night, but unfortunately that's just the way it has to be with this field. So bunched up from qualifying, less than half a second between your top 51 drivers. Your top 48 was separated by 0.2 of a second. That's your top 3 run nose to tail down into turn number 3 and 4 here to complete lap number 3 of 10. Haney continues to lead CJ Phillips in the second spot in the number 6 car. Then you go back to Brian Dean in third. Fourth is Chris Kibb, and he's starting to feel the pressure right now from Darren Little back there in position number 5. Kibb starting to feel the pressure. Oh no, there's contact. Darren Little into the wall. The 19 of Michael Wilson catching a piece of that one as well. Bailey Hip in the 46 car holding off Scotty Watts. Watts tries to go outside, now tries to come back inside. Tucks in behind the 46 into turns number 1 and 2. Halfway home, 5 down, 5 to run. Make that 4 to run. Right now for your race leader in the HRE Motorsports iRacing iFlag number 18 of Haney. Three laps left to run here for Haney as Phillips, again, not too far away, 0.3 of a second. And well, you think about that's all that was separating, or a little bit, one more tenth was only separating your top 51 cars, or 51 cars in qualifying. That's pretty much the distance what you see on your race screen right now. From where you think about 51 cars in that little space, there's literally nothing in it. Haney out of turn 4 will see the white flag this time by. Looks to start on pole for tonight's main event. 2 more turns to go and down the back straight away here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Heat number 1 here, your Monsters of Dirt Pro late models is completed. Haney gets the job done ahead of CJ Phillips and Brian Dean, your top 3. Your top 3 that will move into the main event. Everybody else through the B, C, and D. Chris Kibb, Bailey Hip, Scotty Watts, Jesse Johnsrud, Michael Wilson, and Darren Little. 3 laps down, unfortunately, there to bring home a 9th place finish. Heat 1 complete. Heat number 2 of 6. Parker? Yeah, well, I wasn't streaming last night, so it is what it is. It was last night, Tuesday. Yeah, I did stream, actually. But that was some clown. Just wrecking me on purpose. Anyway. Heat number 2, we'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 16, Jared Jones will start position 1. At a position 2, Kyle Gondik in car number 18 will line up on the outside of the front row. Brent Carter, car number 69, will start position number 3. Alongside him at a position number 4 will be the 3 of Craig Adamczak. At a position number 4. Lining up inside third row, position 5, the 23 of Dustin Merrill lines up alongside Joey Reeder in the 011 at a position number 6. Position 7 will see the 71 of Daniel Stifler line up alongside car number 5 of Dylan Petty at a position number 8. And the 122 of Brandon Culp lining up all by himself at the back there of row number 5 at a position number 9. So heat 2 on track. It's a little chilly here, actually. I opened the door thinking it was nice and warm, but I guess we got suckered into that one. Pace truck to the infield. 10 laps on the board. Heat number 2. We are green once again here at Volusia. Heat 2 of 6. It is Jones leading the field into 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. He will get clear of Kyle Gondek back there in second spot. Gondek starts to feel the pressure from Adam Zach, who started on the outside of the second row. He's now going to move into that bubble spot, the third and final transfer spot. I expect this track to get very, very slick come your A main time. I suspect it might get slicker towards about heat 6, where the drivers will start to move up the racetrack, and then your D main drivers, well, they're going to have a bit of a tough time on the racetrack. We start lap 3 of 10, 2 down, 8 to run. Mustang Man Beast, thank you for the follow 8 minutes ago. Sorry, I missed that one. Apologies there. As Adam Zach now trying to work the inside of the racetrack. So at the moment, with this track still very, very tacky, they're all just tucking in line behind one another. Who's going to be the first car to sort of go out of line and try and make something else work? It might be the 69 car, Brent Carter, a little bit higher on the racetrack through 1 and 2, and also 3 and 4 on the previous lap as well. So he's trying to get back that third and final transfer spot. Carter drives it in deep into turns 3. Adam Zach a little sideways there. They're going to be side by side. They rub pedals just a few times. Down into 1 and 2. Carter sneaking up on the inside once again. And it's still Adam Zach holding on to that third and final transfer spot. And I get the feeling right now, above the slick line might be the place to be right now. Right where Carter's rolling, although he did just cut down on the exit of turn number 4. You get the feeling if he can just hang it up there just a little bit there on the top side, he might be able to get a run on the outside, but it almost looks like Adam Zach, I'm not going to say this doing intentionally, but it looks like he's trying to block. Gondek, meanwhile, starting to put some pressure on your race leader, Jared Jones in the 16 car. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps left to run, this time by out of turn number 4. We continue to watch Adam Zach and Brent Carter in the 69 machine. There's your bubble for the final spot from this heat race into your A main. Off turn 4, white flag going to be out, half a mile to run. Jones looks comfortable out in front from Gondek in second. Adam Zach still feeling the pressure from the 69 of Brent Carter. Who's going to get it? Final turns. Into turn 3. Out of turn 4. Jared Jones going to get the win. Second, going to go to Kyle Gondek. Craig Adam Zach in third. Brent Carter, Dylan Petty, Dustin Merrill, Joey Reeder, Daniel Stifler, and Brandon Culp. 4.179 seconds separating your top 9 drivers there in heat race number 2. Heat number 3. We'll go trackside once again now and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, heat race number 3 with the 17 car of Cody Howard. The 08 of Calvin Herring will line up out of position number 2. Lining up position 3 with the 33, that is Robert Schaefer. Eric Kasky in the 199 will line up on the outside of the second row out of position number 4. Out of position 5, we'll see the 15 of Jamie Reed line up alongside the 118 of Joshua Hessen, starting on the outside of that third row out of position 6. Fourth row inside, the 47 of Tristan Carmen will start position 7 on his outside. In car number 38 will be Daniel Cummings Jr. with Trace Bentley in car number 30 lining up out of position number 9. KCJ, thank you very much for the share. Appreciate it. Matt, Kyle, thank you for the likes as well. Appreciate all the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The driver's getting the 1 to green signal right now. So there is your field making their way on the exit here of turn 2 and down the back straight away. Park, we might even do some racing later on. I'm just going to get through these 2 streams first, get through these 2 broadcasts, and then we might do some personal racing. Alright, field through the middle of turns 3 and 4, past the Dryden NGK spark plug side pace truck to the infield. Off turn 4, we are green. And there was a little bit of a mess up there. But we stay green, and Schaefer now to the inside. Almost got the race lead, I might add. That was a bit of a how you going moment. Cody Howard got some problems there in the number 42 car. He falls back to position 3, and here comes Calvin Herring. Oh, got a piece of that inside wall into turn number 1. Meanwhile, Robert Schaefer, Jamie Reed sit first and second. Howard sits third. Herring. Then we go back to Carmen, Trace Bentley, Daniel Cummings Jr. on the inside of Bentley now into turns 1 and 2. Looks for the slide job. Slide job complete. There was a little contact though into 1. Joshua Hessen now looks to get by the 5B of Trace Bentley. Calvin Herring feeling the pressure now, back there in position number 4 from Tristan Carmen. Carmen tries to work the inside of the number 4 car. Again, they're 3 wide. Daniel Cummings, 2 for 1 on the top side. He is flying right now. That was a quick lap, I must say, but at the moment he's on the outside looking in of your main event tonight. Right in front of him, the 42 car. That's Cody Howard. He was your pole sitter. He hangs on to that final transfer spot from this heat race. Again, heat race number 3 on track at the moment. It is Jamie Reed sitting in second. That is the 5J car, the J5 on screen. 33, Robert Schaefer. He started position 3 in this one. And already after 2 heat races, look at these slick spots on the entry into turns 1 and turn 3. Imagine what it's like going to become a main time. Hopefully that the track does not get a workover, and hopefully this track is going to be multiple groomed. I'm guessing throughout your D and C and potentially B main that this track will be better when it comes to trying to make passes. Off turn 4. This time by the white flag going to be thrown by your flagman. Here at the Volusia Speedway Park, it is Robert Schaefer. Looking to have a good starting spot in tonight's main event. He will start position number 3 as he comes off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Schaefer gets the win ahead of Jamie Reed. Cody Howard in 3rd. 4th is Daniel Cummings Jr. Tristan Carmen, Calvin Herring, Joshua Hessen, Trace Bentley, and Eric Caskey coming back there a couple of laps down for heat race number 3 completion. We're halfway through tonight's heat racing action. We've still got another 3 heats before we have our D, C, and B main, before we even think about getting into our main event. That's the sunset there in the background there, turn number 2. Backstretch in turn 1, I should say, is. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat number 4. Here it is, your lineup looks like this. Starting on pole, car number 3, that'll be Shane James. Austin Anderson in the 123 car will start position number 2. Dylan Thomas in the 03 will start position 3. Connor Wilson, car number 00, will start position 4. Austin McLone in the 29 will start position 5. Mitch Stiles is not there, so that'll move Brian Wax in the 14 up to position 6, with Brandon Dolman starting position number 7. So 2 cars not here for this one. So from what was going to be another 9-car heat race, turns out to be just 7, which is okay. So Shane James. So ever since the new paint scheme has come about over the past couple of weeks, he's had some good results. Let's see if he can continue those good runs. And he should be able to transfer from this one. Into turns number 4. Out of turn number 4. Post truck to the infield. Green flag is out. We are underway. Heat number 4. 7 cars in this one. It's James, but here comes Anderson with a run on the outside. 2 by 2 by 2 at the moment. Down into turns 3 and 4. Shane James, Austin Anderson. Anderson on the outside. Austin Anderson leads lap number 1. But James not going to give that one up without a fight. Back to the inside. He makes the run on the inside. Anderson gets a little out of shape there on the exit of turn 2. And that certainly held the momentum now from the 23. There's a slide job from Shane James. But Austin Anderson, he's going to lead lap number 2 as well by a front nose, by a front bumper. And now he puts the slider on Shane James. Dylan Thomas back there in third all over the back of these two as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. James again on the bottom side of the racetrack. Anderson on the top side. Anderson, he's led all laps so far, but there's been literally nothing in between the two. Anderson will have the momentum on the top side of the racetrack, as does Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones now looking to relegate Shane James back to third. And oh boy, this could be heartbreaking, and this could be disastrous for the number 3 car, because Connor Wilson, he's back there in 4th spot. He's also on the top side. But Shane James not going to want to give up that bottom side, although he might just have to, because the top side is certainly the place to be. Now he falls in line. He gets up to the top side and now will stay in 3rd spot as we are halfway home already. 5 down, 5 to run here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Heat number 4, the Monsters of Dirt Pro late models. James almost, in fact, he might have even got into the side there of Dylan Thomas, and now he back down to the low side goes Shane James and gives Connor Wilson that top side of the racetrack. James has lost all his positions so far. Care of those drivers on the top of the racetrack. Can he get up there in turns 1? He doesn't want to. He wants to stay down low. So, I mean, does he not know the fastest line is up on the top side at the moment? Maybe just trying to put a show on for the race fans through 3 and 4. He still works the bottom side of the racetrack. 2 laps left to run. A mile around the Volusia Speedway Park. Austin Anderson out in front. Dylan Thomas second. Shane James third by the skin of his teeth right now, but don't count out the zero machine of Connor Wilson. He stole. He's stolen third away at the start-finish line, and he might just steal that final transfer spot away. Oh, Shane James will be gutted about this one into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Shane James not going to transfer from heat racing into the main event. Austin Anderson, Dylan Thomas, and Connor Wilson get those 3 transfer spots. Shane James, Austin McLaren, Brian Wax, Brandon Dolman make up the 7 cars for heat number 4. Heat number 5, the penultimate heat of the night. Before we move into your D, C, and B mains, let's go trackside right now and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Excuse me, here we go. Heat number 5. Your lineup looks like this. Starting on pole in the 713 car, that's going to be Gavin Collins. Lining up at a position number 2, and he's going to be driving the 1 car. That's going to be John Alatich will start position 2. David Cardwell in the 07 will start position 3. Now I'm assuming that's David. Wesley Gwaltney will line up at a position number 4 in car number 81. At a position 5, we'll see the 25 of Jarrett Murphy start alongside Blake Murray in car number 37 at a position 6. I believe that's Alexander Balducci, Al Balducci there in car number 88 at a position 7, and Brooks Trammell in car number 22 lining up at a position number 8. Spencer Green, thank you for the follow. Oscar Mike, thank you for the likes on the video. Appreciate it. Welcome in, gentlemen. Green flag is out. Heat number 5. We are underway. Collins leads through turn number 1 and 2. Alatich now to the inside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Alatich looking for a slide, but not going to complete that one. He stays to the middle of the racetrack. John Alatich will lead lap number 1. He will now get to the top of the racetrack on the exit of turn number 2, and he will have the lead down the back straightaway. Collins back there in second. Carbo back there in position number 3. Why is he in a white car? Alright, so we're going to let this Trading Paints update once again, so we apologise about this one, but you still should see it here as Alatich, your leader. Carwell, second. Third is Gwaltney. What's going on with Gavin Collins? He's fallen back to position number 5 now. Tiger, I'll be racing sprint cars later on, buddy. Oh no, some contact. The 37, Blake Murray and Jarrett Murphy. Around there in turns 3 and 4. Back up towards your leaders. Your top 3 have got a gap between 4th place driver of Balducci in the 88 machine. Tiger, I'm going to be racing sprint cars, street stocks, sprint cars, street stocks, sprint cars, street stocks. I'd love to see Lernerville. Yeah, I'd like to see Lernerville actually. Six down, 4 to run. John Alatich in the 1 car. We see him here on Ultimate Dirt TV a number of times throughout the week. Not only for the Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Models, but of course the Extreme Motorsports Pro Late Models as well. Of course, we can catch those guys tomorrow night right here from about 8:30 Eastern. But more on that later on once we end the broadcast. Right now we are focusing on the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday doubleheader. Pro Late Models up first, and then the Super Late Models up in about 1 hour's time. Of course, before we get there, we're still going to go through one more heat race after this one. We're going to go through a C, a D, C, a B, and then a main event to come as well. Final lap, final time for the 1 car of John Alatich. He's good. He gets the job done. Heat 1, Heat 5. In the 1 car, John Alatich, Cardwell, and Gwaltney, your top 3. Balducci, home in 4th. 5th is going to be Murray. 6th will go to Murphy, with Collins finishing 4 laps down. Home in position 7, and Brooks Trammell there, also finishing in 8th position. One more heat race left on the program. Of course, let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole car number 45 of Austin Yarborough. When he's outside in the 113 car, that's going to be Justin Lawson out of position number 2. Out of position 3, we'll see the 74 Adam O'Brien line up alongside car number 4 Huey Quillen out of position number 4. Position 5, we'll see the 114 of Jason McConnell line up alongside Anthony Cadill, car number 99 out of position 6. And Josh Blanchard in the 02 car will start position 7 with your 8th and final starter in the 421 car. That's going to be John Etheridge lining up at a position number 8. Again, there's a look there at top to bottom there of your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So what do we have? We had 9, 8, that's 17. We had 7, that's 24. I think we had another 8, 8. That's put us at 42 plus another 8, so 50 cars. We've seen 51 cars take qualifying and 50 cars, 49 on 50 cars, take to heat racing action here at the Volusia Speedway Park for the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday Pro Late Models. These are open setups. The Super Late Models, they head to Lanier in about, well, the service might be up in 27 minutes time. Good luck getting this one in. Final heat race of the night. Green flag being shown right now. It is heat number 6 underway. Yarbrough will lead down the back straight away from Justin Lawson. From memory, I think Justin Lawson was one of those guys that picked up the win earlier on in the season, I think. I'd have to go back and check the results on that one, but he's certainly been quick here in these pro late models when he's come out and ran with the Monsters of Dirt. Huey Quillen in the all-white number 4 car. Again, not sure why. Let's see that here on a regular basis. Some drivers just be in that all-white car. I think Dustin Hall or Thompson is one of those drivers as well that we see here on a weekly basis as well. So for the time being, Yarbrough leads by 0.6 of a second over Justin Lawson. Huey Quillen in third. There is Anthony Cordill in the number 99 car. And you go back to John Etheridge sitting back there in position at number 5. He's moved up a couple of spots as McConnell now going to move to his inside into turns number 1 and 2. So McConnell running the bottom side, Etheridge running the top side. McConnell going to have the spot down into turn number 3 right now, so the bottom side might be starting to come back in. Will this track just get a reset? Yeah, this track has had a reset of something. David, is that you on the Bailey account tonight, or is that David? Oh, McConnell now putting the moves out on the 99 of Cordill. So McConnell now moves into position 4. So that'll be a B main starting spot near the front. Alright, now with 2.5 laps left to run. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by for turn number 4, the 45 of Austin Yarbrough. If he wins this one, he will start position number 6 in tonight's main event. Alright, no worries. Thank you. Lawson starting to close the gap here on Yarbrough into turns 3 and 4, but he's going to lose some exit speed there off of turn number 4. Meanwhile, back out to your race leader here for the final time through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Austin Yarbrough getting the job done ahead of Justin Lawson, Huey Quill, and Jason McConnell. Anthony Cordill. Those are your 5 cars, and then Blanchard, Etheridge, and O'Brien were DNFs in this one. Your D main on track right now. Well, this might even be no, this should be the D main. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate TV starting grid. In fact, this is your C main, so the D main has been skipped. And this will be 8 laps with the top 4 going through. Josh Blanchard and Jesse Johnsrud will make up row number 1. Row number 2 going to be Joey Reeder and Joshua Hessen. Row 3 will see Brandon Dolman and Gavin Collins. Start behind them, Judd Etheridge and Michael Wilson, Daniel Stifler and Trace Benton. Then we go back to Brooks Trammell, Darren Littoral and Eric Caskey. So getting some cars missing from that one. Eight laps, top 4. Moving on from your C main. As the drivers have just been given the 1 to green signal. So less than a heat race distance right now. If you're not inside the top 4 positions, your night is done. You might as well get prepared for the super late models at Lanier National Speedway. At least you'll be one of the first cars into the server as we get set here. It is Blanchard in the number 2 car, going to lead the field down the front straightaway for the first time in tonight's C main. Again, if you're not in the top 4, oh no! Car around, Etheridge getting through that. The 713 of Gavin Collins going for a big, big ride. He is still flipping. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. This was anybody's pick on who this one was. It happened, the 011 Joey Reeder. So let's keep an eye on the 011 machine as he washed up the racetrack a bit. Hetson maybe coming down a bit, but how about Gavin Collins? Oh, let's go on board here. Well, it's not often you get to see a late model doing a wheel stand there for a moment. Right, here it is in slow motion. So there's a contact. Yeah, nice little wheel stand. We'll get that one oofed and then straight into the wall, and then one car coming through. Absolutely pummeled. And again, this is a slow-mo instant replay thanks to Wicked Cushion. Yeah, it's not often you get to see. And then watch here. The car just comes through. Absolutely pummeled him into that one. Again, one more time in slow-mo, just for Collins, just for Gavin Collins here. You see, there's the initial contact. So in fact, it was Hessen and Jesse Johnsrud who made contact, and that shot the 18 car down the back stretch. There it is. And oof, just thankfully this is a game. Call it a simulator, call it whatever you like. Now in normal time. He thought he was getting out of that one, but ba-bow. And then went for a couple of flips afterwards. That's funny, the two guys that made the initial contact, they are sitting first and second here in this one. The pace truck there on the back straight away. And yet these guys are only on the front stretch. So again, this is taking laps out of your C main. Hussein, hello. How are you? So we're probably going to get put into a green-white checker situation right now. This is more than likely what's going to happen. So the green-white checker. So that's still flashing here on your racing.com official pace track, and I dare say that something might be bugged out because John Etheridge in fact just pulled it over to the side, and I'm pretty sure he was very close to being inside that top 4 spots. We are just waiting to see what happens here. Again, sometimes these server issues rise, and in fact the checkered flag is going to be thrown. Jesse Johnsrud, Joshua Hessen, Michael Wilson and Daniel Stifler. Going to be Vic. Well, those 4 will be claiming those 4 spots into your B main. So that concludes your C main, as now we get set for your B main. And we've got a field of 21 starters in this one. And they are vowing for 8 positions, or 6 positions, I believe. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So this is going to be your B main, 10 laps of distance, top 6 going through. Out of these 21 cars, Chris Kibb and Brett Carter make up row number 1. Row 2, you're going to see Daniel Cummings Jr. and Shane James. Row 3, Al Balducci and Jason McConnell. Row 4, Bailey Hipp and Dylan Petty. Row 5, Tristan Carmen, Austin McGlone. Blake Murray, Anthony Cadill in row 6. Row 7, Scotty Watts, Dustin Merrill. Row 8, Calvin Herring, Brian Wax. Row 9, Jarrett Murphy, Jesse Johnsrud. Row 10, Joshua Hessen, Michael Wilson. Row 11, by himself, Daniel Stifler. The field being given the 1 to go signal down the back straightaway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Your B main and your final 10 laps before tonight's main event. And the final 6 cars to make up a 24 car field to complete your A main lineup. We get set to go green off turn number 4. The pace truck will move to the infield. You will see the starter wave the green flag. Your pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Chris Gibb gets on the low. Paddling. Uh-oh. That's not how you want to start that one. Chris Gibb and Brent Carter were the 2 cars involved in that one. And there's a bit of wreck there in turns 1 and 2 as well. The 19 of Michael Wilson, as he escapes out. So we're staying green here. And we've just completed lap number 1. Daniel Cummings Jr. is your race leader. Oh no, crash there in the background in turns number 1 and 2. And all drivers getting very, very desperate right now here in your B main. But as the yellow flag flies, it is going to be Daniel Cummings Jr. So at the moment, your top 6, they look like this. Daniel Cummings Jr., Shane James, Jason McConnell, Dylan Petty, Al Balducci, and Scotty Watts in that 6th and final transfer spot. From 7th on black, Blake Murray, Jarrett Murphy. 7th and 8th, Brian Wax, Anthony Cadill, Tristan Carmen, Dustin Merrill. In 12th, Jesse Johnsrud, Joshua Hessen, Calvin Herring, Brett Carter, Daniel Stifler. McLone is done. I believe Chris Kibb and Michael Wilson are also done as well. But the lights are out on your iRacing.com pace truck. Pace truck to the infield. We are set to go green off turn 4. Then your Cummings Jr. and Shane James. 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Look at McConnell now sneaking up on the inside. And 3 wide for the transfer spot as well. Petty gets into position number 4. Fifth is now Brian Wax of Balducci. Brian Wax in 6th. And Brian Wax has come from about 9th, 10th or even 11th spot up into position 6 in the space of 2 laps. And now remember, this is only a 10 lap distance in your B main, excuse me. So right now we'll keep an eye on the number 14 car, the J4. That's the B14. It looked like a J there for a second. I was right the first time. The B14. He's got that 6th and final transfer spot for the time being. But Tristan Carmen says, no way, Jose. He wants to take that one away from him. Wax a little high on the racetrack through 1 and 2. Carmen's got the run on the bottom side. So looking to eliminate Wax from the A main starting lineup. Carmen with 1 lap to go. He looks to hang on to the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, the battle up front right now between Cummings, McConnell, and Shane James. Look at McConnell. He's passed about 416 cars now on the exit of turn 4 to drag race to the line. Daniel Cummings Jr. gets the win ahead of Jason McConnell and Shane James in 3rd. Dylan Petty. Then we go back to Al Balducci and Tristan Carmen. Gets that 6th and final transfer spot. So there is your preliminary racing done for the evening. We move into a warm-up session. So with that being said, we'll take this opportunity here to step aside for a brief moment here. Of course, before we do, we want to make sure that everybody knows who is helping us behind the scenes here in regards to getting us set up and keeping this show afloat here on a weekly and nightly season basis here, season by season. Of course, those wonderful people behind the scenes. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, iCall Leagues, JR Productions and Media, Black Diamond Motorsports, and iRacing iFlags. You can check them out all on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. Click on the sponsors tab. From there, we've also got a schedules tab as well. You can keep up to date with what is coming up here on Ultimate Dirt TV throughout the week. Robert, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And of course, we've got all our previous race videos as well. We'll take this opportunity to have a break of our own right now and come back here in just a few moments' time. You are watching the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday Pro Late Models live from the Volusia Speedway Park, round number 7 of 10.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, race fans, to Ultimate Dirt TV for your Monsters of Dirt Pro late models here live from the Volusia Speedway Park. It is your main event time right now with 50 laps on the board. Rebel Dave, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it as well. Let's go trackside and take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Smitty, thank you for the host. Robert, thank you for the follow. And I believe we had someone else subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, so thank you very much. Your main event lineup looks like this. Mookie Haney and Jared Jones in row 1. Robert Schaefer, Austin Anderson in row 2. Row 3, John Aletich, Austin Yarbrough. Row 4, CJ Phillips, Kyle Gondek. Row 5, Jamie Reed, Dylan Thomas. David Cardwell, Justin Lawson. Row 6. Row 7, Brian Dean, Craig Adamczak. Cody Howard, Connor Wilson. Row 8. Row 9, Wesley Gwaltney, Huey Quillen. Row 10, Daniel Cummings Jr., Jason McConnell. Row 11, Shane James, Dylan Petty. Row 12, Al Balducci and Tristan Carmen. That is a look there at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So we get set for 50 laps on the board here at the Volusia Speedway Park for round number 7 of your Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Model Series. Of course, next week, the Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Model Cash Race. So throwing some money up for grabs and on the line here to some of these drivers. Into turns 3. Out of turn 4, the pace truck going to move to the infield. Mookie Haney, 3, 2, 1. He is on the gas. We are underway in your main event. We got a car around Janela Tinch, and he's around, and there is a big stack up there in turns 1 and 2. As Dylan Thomas involved in that one. And we're staying green. Okay, I'm down with that. Oh, there it is. There's the yellow. That would have been nice to stay green, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and get a better shot of that on John Alatich and somebody caught together there. Who's that guy on his outside? Austin Yarbrough. So back to live pictures right now from the Volusia Speedway Park. In 30 minutes time we are going to be live once again for the super late models at Lanier National Speedway. That'll be a fixed setup. And nice shot of our iRacing flagman there, just holding the yellow. I don't know, as there goes Austin Yarbrough to the pits. So the 45 going to get some running repairs on that car and going to come back out onto the racetrack. Lights go out. The top of yourracing.com pace truck. So we get set to go back to green. We'll have 5 in the books with 45 to go. Look at the car blinking back there. It's CJ Phillips there in that third spot. We're back underway here for your Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday Pro late model. Huey Quillen. They're 3 wide. Jamie Reed catching a piece of that one, as is Daniel Cummings Jr. But they gather their thoughts. They gather their momentum back up as... And in fact, it was Carbwell there in the 07 machine. Again, not sure why that car is showing up in an all-white machine. Oh, Anderson got a little bit of a helping hand there from Gondek, but Gondek backed out of the throttle and allowed the 18 to gather his thoughts back up. In fact, the 23 of Austin Anderson, it was Gondek who got into the back of him, I should say. Anderson now going to move high side, high, wide and handsome through turn number 1 and 2. That will move the 18 of, the 18 of Wesley Gwaltney as well. So a couple of 18s here. One showing the 81 on the server. 42 remaining here in your main event. Up front, your leader, Mookie Haney from Jared Jones and Robert Schaefer. Your top 3. Now, due to the time restrictions that we have, we are not going to interview our top 3. Our top 3 will not be interviewed, just so we can get ready for the super late model part of the night. So we continue to watch the battle on for third between 3 drivers, Schaefer, Phillips and Gondek. There goes Phillips to the inside on Robert Schaefer at the start-finish line. Now down into 1 and 2. Phillips in the 6 machine on the inside, but just like we've seen towards the end of those heat races, the top side looking like it might be the fastest way around, as we've got yellow on the racetrack once again. You can tell me this is caused by this clown coming out of pit road. Unbelievable. Okay, it was not, so I'll give him that one. It's not who I thought it was. Just trying to find the culprit. Camera's going absolutely nuts. Look at that dust coming up. Oh, there it is, Carbwell. So David Carbwell tried to go... Oh no, he just stopped. And it was Cummings who got the back of him. So back live once again. We wait for the lights on the iRacing.com pace truck to go out. $15 down, 35 to go. John, are you happy for me to cancel interviews just so I can get everything set up for the super late model at Lanier? Just give us a thumbs up in chat, or just send us a thumbs up on the messenger on Facebook or something. Here we go, Haney, green flag back out, we're back underway. Haney got the jump over Jared Jones, and Schaefer now to the inside on CJ Phillips. He looks for third. Phillips has got the run on the top side of the racetrack, but here comes Schaefer back over on the inside. Look at the 218s, Gwaltney and Gondek side by side. As they go 3 wide down into turns 1 and 2. Now they go back out 2 wide action. Phillips back to the inside on Schaefer. Phillips got a little tight there and almost got into the left rear of the 33 of Robert Schaefer. As look at Justin Lawson working the outside of the speedway as well on the 113 car. These boys, they are fighting their groove and starting to make some moves. And how about Cody Howard? He's looking for a top 5 right now. He sits in 6th spot. Daniel Cummings Jr., the 24 car around. Caught in the middle of a sandwich and a 3 wide battle. His rear got hooked. His front got hit. And he was doing some donuts. Just they weren't Victory Lane donuts. So we are nearing the halfway of this 50-lap main event. By the time we go back to green, we're probably going to be starting around the lap 24 mark. It might even be 23, depending on what the lights do here on the pace track. In fact, they turn off. So we are going green flag action next time by. Lap 23 we start. So 22 down, 28 to go. There we go. Haney will once again lead the field down the front straightaway. Restart number 3. Jones in second still. Schaefer now into third. 3 wide. Look at Cody Howard coming right through the middle. CJ Phillips caught the worst of that one. Oh no, Wesley Gwaltney caught a piece of that one. And just as I was starting to get a little crazy, we go yellow. So when we go back green flag in a couple of laps time, we will officially be halfway through your main event here for the Monsters of Dirt Pro Late Model Wicked Wednesday series. This is round number 7 of a 10-week schedule. Lights out here on the Pace truck. Haney, Jones. Now single file restart. So at the moment we are halfway, 25 down, 25 to go. But of course this will complete lap 26, which means we have 24 to go. Slow pace for Haney. Pace truck is clearly to the infield, and we are back underway here in your main event. Haney now with these single file restarts. This might sort some of the drivers out as well. Cody Howard, he is now looking for a podium spot right now. He's sitting in 4th right now, so he's 1 spot from the podium and on the front straightaway here. But as they all like to ride above the slick line, the first person to go downstairs is CJ Phillips, and he's back there in position number 8. As now we see the 18 of Kyle Gondek going down low into turn number 3 and 4. Trying something different, top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. I've seen that happen before. No reason why it can't happen again here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. I'm getting hungry. That's on a different side note as Howard still holds on to that 4th spot at the moment, with Gondek still putting pressure there on the inside of the 42 machine, but that top side is just too good at the moment. They're all riding right through the middle of the racetrack through turn number 3 and 4. In fact, let's take a lap here on board with Mookie Haney, your race leader. A lap around the Volusia Speedway Park. You see how close the 16 car is. We go back and have a look as here goes Jared Jones to the inside. Into turns 3 and 4. There's your top 5. Oh no, Howard! Got a bit of a front bumper from Gondek there, as you see, just in the bottom of your screen. So now to the right of your screen, as this is right in the middle of the infield here at the Volusia Speedway Park, right in our chopper cam view. Here goes Jones trying to make it to the inside, down into turns 1 and 2, but it's Haney who continues to hang on to the top spot for the time being. Haney continues to lead from Jones. Schaefer in 2nd and 3rd. 4th is Howard. 5th is Gondek, Anderson, Phillips, Gwaltney, Lawson, Reed, your top 10. We stay on your top 3 for the moment. Yeah, they might be single file, but here comes Jared Jones once again trying to fight to the inside. 15 laps to go. That time bypass the flag stand, and once we get to about lap 47, that is the point of no return. Jones starting to feel the pressure right now from Schaefer through turns 1 and 2. They go back to single file. I would have liked to see this track not have a reset throughout. I think that's 6 or the D main it was. This track could have been real racy right now, but it is what it is. We take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. We're just fortunate to be racing here, and we're watching some iRacing and some dirt speedway action. Of course, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. 12 laps left to run. Haney 6 miles away from parking it on the front straightaway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Cody Howard in 4th spot, still in the number 42 car. He's gotten clear from the 18 of Kyle Gondek. Not 9 to go for your leader, Haney. I don't think anyone is going to have anything for the 18 unless they use the front bumper to get by the 18 of Mookie Haney. Jones once again closing in here on your race leader. 7 to go. Here goes Jones to the inside. No, not going to have enough. He needs to time his slide job to perfection. He's just spent the last 10 laps trying to catch back up to the 18K, and he might have just thrown it away. He might have to try the slider in turns 3 and 4. He's gone back down to 1 and 2 to try it again. Haney to the outside. He's right up in the loose dirt stuff on the top side of the racetrack. Here goes Jones to the inside. Side by side to your race lead. 5 laps to go here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And there is half a car length in it. Here goes Jones. He's got him cleared this time. Haney back to the inside, but Jones is going to lead down the back straight away. Haney going to throw the speculator back at him down into turn number 3 and 4. Man, Schaefer was so close to running into the back of the 16 car. Now the final 4 laps. Now the point of no return. If we see the yellow, it will end tonight's race. Let's hopefully we don't have to get that one. And let's hope they can finish under green. 47 complete, 3 to run, and Haney, he has been caught and he has just been tied up, and now he's been noosed. Schaefer to the inside in turns 3 and 4, looks for second. He might have it at the start-finish line. There was nothing in it between the two as they come across the start-finish line. 1.5 to go. Once the leaders get the white flag, this race will end under green, and there it is. The white flag is out. Final time, final half a mile, final 4 turns. Down the back straight away, the Monsters of Dirt Wicked Wednesday Pro late models here at the Volusia Speedway Park. The win going to go to Jared Jones. Second is going to be Robert Schaefer. And Mookie Haney will come home in position number 3. Well, we got there in the end. What a good race that was. Let's take a look now as quickly at your JR Productions and Media unofficial results. Here it is, top to bottom, first 10 positions, 24 car field. Jared Jones, Robert Schaefer, Mookie Haney, your top 3. Cody Howard, Kyle Gondek in 4th and 5th. Austin Anderson, CJ Phillips, Austin Yarbrough, Wesley Gwaltney, Dylan Thomas, your top 10. 11th through to 20th, Jamie Reed, Tristan Carmen, Daniel Cummings Jr., Craig Adamczak, Al Balducci, Brian Dean, Dylan Petty, Connor Wilson, Jason McConnell, and Justin Lawson, your top 20. Shane James, David Cardwell, John Alatich, and Huey Quillen did not grid. That'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Pro Late Model Series portion of the night here on this Wicked Wednesday for the Monsters of Dirt. Our Super Late Models, we're going to be live in about 12 minutes time, hopefully, so again, make sure you come back and watch some Super Late Models around Lanier, and of course that'll be fixed setups of all drivers on the same setup. Again, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, yes, that truck going by. Big thanks to 19 Designs, World of Thunder Racing League, iCore Leagues, JR Productions and Media, Black Diamond Motorsports, and iRacing iFlags. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off for the Pro Late Models. We are saying not goodbye, we'll see you very shortly. Good night.